What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day, and hope all of your taco dreams on this Taco Tuesday come true. I'm here working on the fish pond and stuff. I've got a couple of them that have a little bit of a sore and stuff on there, so I'm taking care of them. I got my pond salt that I got to put in there, and my microflex to make sure that we treat the pond so that way they'll be okay. Um, Philly 500, Filthy Philly, is doing what he always does. Um, Sorry, I was checking a fish because he was over doing just kind of off to himself and trying to check and make sure they're okay. Filthy Philly is doing what he always does, trying to stir some shit up. He thinks that he's Jerry Jones, of course. He's trying to trigger Cowboy fans. Came on my live stream last night and tried to stir things up and try and get me going and all that. And it's cool. Right now there's nothing going on with the NFL and the Dallas Cowboys and stuff. So it's okay that Philly's being, Philly 500, a dingbat. But regardless of that, I've got an interesting take for you. We have Eastside Herald, Texans fan, and you talk about Cowboy fans being delusional. Eastside is cray-cray, okay? But here's an interesting thing. When we look at Dak Prescott, people always say, you're just making excuses for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott sucks. Okay. My contention is, when you look at, they'll say you can't beat Brock Purdy. But I sit here and I look at having Deebo Samuels as a weapon. Not only Deebo Samuels, we could say, you got CeeDee Lamb. Okay, well, after Deebo Samuels, you got Christian McCaffrey, who's a running back and receiver right now, the highest paid one, and seeming to be that guy. We didn't have that guy when we were playing the 49ers. Tony Pollard, our closest thing to that, broke his ankle and couldn't play. But not only that, you have George Kittle. That's just a sampling of the weapons they had. You know what we had? We had CeeDee Lamb and we had Noah Brown. And not to disrespect Noah Brown had a career year for himself. He had 550 yards receiving. But the thing is he was our number 2 wide receiver, okay? He was our number 2 wide receiver. You can't compare him to the weapons that other teams had at number 2. We've got people talking about, well, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, their numbers are the same. Yeah, but Kirk Cousins had Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, who came out with his list of top 5 quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts is number 4, and didn't have Dak Prescott. Of course, Philly 500 takes that as, oh, he doesn't want to play with Dak Prescott. He's throwing Dak Prescott under the bus. Whatever. But here's the thing. Okay, I want you to think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. The Texans, because we always hear, well, Dak Prescott and Davis Mills, same amount of interceptions last year, like they're the same guy. Davis Mills and the Texans average 17 points a game. With Dak Prescott, the Cowboys average 30 points a game. 17 points, 30 points. Okay. So you would think that the Cowboys, the talent that the Cowboys have, has to be far and away better if we're talking about Dak Prescott sucking, right? So the Cowboys lose or decide not to re-sign Noah Brown. Noah Brown signs with the Texans, right? At the moment, Noah Brown is working out with the number 1s. But the thought is that some of the younger guys that they have on the roster are going to take his spot, and he may not make the team for the Texans. Let me say that again. Our number 2 wide receiver that we had on our team that was the highest scoring offense in the NFL when Dak Prescott played goes to one of the worst offenses in the NFL, young team, and may not make the roster. That's saying that the Texans had better talent, that a guy that we relied on last year may not make the roster for the Texans, one of the worst teams in offenses. Sorry, Eastside, out there. Do you guys get that? Do you understand the difference? So when you talk about Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott, oh, their statistics are the same. Take a look at some of the talent that Kirk Cousins has been throwing there, too. He not only has Justin Jefferson, before that he had Stephon Diggs. Look at some of the other guys he's playing with. Yes, we had Amari Cooper for a few years, for 3 years of Dak Prescott's term, and you have to look and say, Amari Cooper was the best receiver he had. You had Dez Bryant in the twilight of his career and couldn't stay healthy, although Dez Bryant averaged more yards per completion than at any other time in his career. He had Cole Beasley as one of his better ones. He had Terrence Williams and Allen Hurns. You don't look at this and say he had a Justin Jefferson, a Stephon Diggs, and Adam Thielen, and these kind of guys. And that a guy that you relied on to be the highest scoring offense in the NFL is not good enough to make the Texans. Think about that for a second. If you really want to say Dak can't do it by himself, and I'm one that can say Dak can't do it by himself, how about you do like Miami did? You got a Tyreek Hill who's playing lights out for him and making Tua look great. How about you get a Stephon Diggs? Well, now we got Brandon Cooks to go with CeeDee Lamb. But there's a difference of playing great when you have great talent around you. Do you think Jalen Hurts is in the Super Bowl without getting A.J. Brown last year? Hurts with the best offensive line in football. Hurts with these great weapons. Hurts with a great running game. Is still the 11th most sacked player in the NFL. Took more sacks than Dak Prescott did when the Cowboys didn't have a line anywhere as good. But hey, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, and a guy who, of course, got, oh, look at this, half ton of fun. That's not me. I'm not a half ton anymore. I'm actually under 250 right now. I am 31 pounds lighter than when the season ended. Yeah, 31 pounds. Talk about that, Frank Jacobs. Talk about that. Let's see if you do that one. Half ton of fun, my defensive line. And I'm going to have a little bit more because, Philly, you want to come after me and talk about how the Cowboys suck, this, that, and the other. And those guys you're talking about relying on, Jordan Davis and the Kobe Dean and everything else, how those guys are going to make your defense great. Well, I've got some stuff to say. They're not, at least thus far, as good as you think. So I got to put the salt in the sump over here for the fishies because I got to make sure I take care of them and get them nice and healthy. All right, and then I got to go cook some dinner because it's Taco Tuesday. We got to have some tacos. Peace.